Adjoa sent a proposal worth 2 million Ghana cedi to a francophone investor in Lomé. The figures were compelling. The opportunity was real. The investor read the first paragraph and forwarded it to his assistants with three words, not ready yet. Adjoa's numbers were perfect, but she has written Le Réunion instead of La Réunion. Un entreprise instead of une entreprise. There's information important without the article at all. To that investor, the message was clear. This person is not ready to do business in French. The meeting never happened. The articles, le, la, L apostrophic, les, un, une, des, they frequently use words in the entire French language, and the ones that Ghanaian professionals consistently get it wrong. Maybe they don't know why they matter so much in professional writing. They are only seven, but they are very, very important. Please follow and let's explain them one by one. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So in this lesson, we are going to consider how to learn feminine and masculine words in French. Yes, that's we normally call the gender in French. Very, very important to know in the French language, especially if you want to be a bilingual person. All right. In French, every noun, when we are talking about person, place, thing, or everything under the sun, okay, is either masculine or feminine, for sure. Okay, and when it comes to English, it is very different. Okay, for instance, I have an example here. Okay, when I want to say the phone in English, the phone, there's no gender. Okay, whether it is masculine or feminine in English, it is normal as phone. But when it comes to French, okay, when I say le téléphone, okay, le téléphone, now we need to find out that le téléphone is it masculine or feminine, okay? So here, because of the article le, telephone is masculine. And then when we say la ligne, okay, which means the line, among the companies, a lot of businesses, I decided to use telecom. Okay, telecom works as an example because I myself worked in a telecom before, so have the experience with the words. Okay, so most of the example that were used, okay, I use la ligne. So la ligne, which means the line, is a feminine noun because of the la. Now, let's continue with the articles and learn them how to use them. And then the articles that you are going to talk about are the ones here. Okay, le, la, L apostrophe, les, un, une, and then des. And we normally call them definite articles. All these things means there, okay, in English. And what are you saying? We are saying that use this when you and your listener or partner both know exactly which person, project, or market you are referring to. So it's so simple. In French, when you see the le, it means that the word is masculine. When you see the la, it means that the word is feminine. And then when you see the L apostrophic, it means that the word is either masculine or feminine, but that word must start with a vowel. Okay, so for the L apostrophic, it depends. Either, I want to emphasize on it again, either the word is masculine or feminine, but starting with a vowel. And then also we have le, okay, and the le is the plural of le, la and then L apostrophe. So that is the plural form. Okay, that's what gives us the le. Now, let us go and see some examples. For instance, when I say le téléphone, okay, so the le, that is the article, which is masculine, shows us that the telephone is a masculine noun. La cat, okay, the la, which is the article, is telling us that the cat is feminine. And then lantern. Lantern here, because of the lantern starts with a vowel, which is a, okay. So you cannot add the le or la. So for that matter, we remove the la because normally it's a female word, a feminine word. So it's supposed to be la. But because of the conflict between the la and then the word starting with the a, normally remove one article, okay, one vowel, and replace it with the apostrophe. So here it becomes lantern. Okay, lantern. All right. So as we said, the L apostrophe is being used before, okay, a masculine noun starting with a vowel or a feminine noun starting with a vowel. And the last one, you have le router. That is, we are talking about routers in the plural form. Yes. So the le, the la, L apostrophe, their plural is le. So le, it doesn't matter. Okay. It can be les cats, la cat, les cats, le téléphone, les téléphones, l'antenne, les antennes. Okay. All right. Now, when you continue, we also have one that is called indefinite article. Okay. Indefinite article. And when you say indefinite article, that's you are referring to a or an in English. Okay. And that a or an in English. In French, when it is masculine, we have un. When it is feminine, we say une. And then when it is the plural, we say de. And what are you saying? You say that you use these to introduce new information or count items that aren't specifically identified yet. Exactly. So you have an example here. Okay. For instance, when you say un routeur, okay, a router. So because of the un, that router is in a masculine form. Okay. Win two. Okay. So win two, because of the win, all right, the word is the feminine noun. And then the plural of all of them called the câble. Okay. So you can also say the router, the two, okay, for the plural form. So the plural form, it doesn't matter whether the word is feminine or masculine. Yes, their plural form is there. All right. You also have one that you call partitive article. Okay. And when we say partitive article, this time around, we are referring to some, any, or of in English. And in French, if you want to explain, okay, translate the some, any, or of, what you have in French, it is called the masculine one, it is called du. Okay, du, all right. And then when it comes to the feminine, okay, word, you also have de la. And then when it comes to the L apostrophe, meaning that the word that starts with a vowel, whether masculine or feminine, okay, also go with the L apostrophe. And then the plural of all of them, you have now the de. Okay. So what are you saying about this? You are saying that this is the trickiest for English speakers. Use this when you are talking about an uncountable quantity, usually food, abstract concept or things, time, money, and other things. Okay. That is where you use the du, de la, the L apostrophe, and the in French. Okay. So for instance, we have example when we refer to this as du signal, okay, which means you are referring to a word in English such as some signal, okay. So the du here, okay, is expressed the signal, okay, is a masculine word which is le signal, okay. So here the partitive article that we use is du, all right, because the word signal is a masculine word. And then when it comes to also de la, okay, de la couverture, some coverage, we are still talking about the words for telecom, okay. So la couverture is a feminine word. So because of that, the partitive article that you use is de and then the la, okay, which means you are referring to some coverage, okay. And then when it comes to the L apostrophic, okay, lengthened, okay, lengthened. So lengthened is a masculine noun, but it starts with a vowel, which is E. I'm referring to the vowel in French, E. Okay, so the lengthened, which you are referring to some internet, okay. And then also their plural, okay, the plural that you have, it is de donné, which means you are referring to some data, which is the plural. So these are what you have in French. So anytime when you are sending mail or you are talking, it is good to add those articles. Very, very important. And take note, what are you saying about it? We are saying that in West and Central Africa, French speakers are very forgiving of accent mistakes but highly appreciate correct article usage because it shows you respect the structure of their language, of course. So that doesn't mean that when you speak without articles, I mean, you didn't take too much consideration of it, but when you do too, it also puts you in that high level that you respect the language or you understand the language that you are speaking about. For instance, when you say je vous remercie pour le rapport. Let me emphasize on this. Je vous remercie pour le rapport, which means thank you for the specific report. Yes, and what are you saying about it? This sounds more professional than a vague je vous remercie pour rapport. So you could see that here the le, article le didn't come at all, which doesn't sound well in French. Okay, even though, yes, this can be pardoned or take slightly, but as a professional and a bilingual person, if you know how to use articles in French, it also help you as well. Now, our next video, we are going to learn how to know if a word is masculine or feminine. So this time around, let's imagine that you don't have the le, you don't have the la, the du, the de, L apostrophic. How are you going to know that this word is masculine or feminine? Please follow me for the next video. Thank you.